year. I literally count down to it like every single year. I freaking love fall. But more importantly, I love Halloween. So this year I wanted to push myself and do something a little extra and a little special and release a new video every single day of October in a series that I've created called VIDTOBER. Get it? Because it's a video in October, put it together, VIDTOBER. Yes. Okay. So I am super excited about this because there are so many different topics. I'm gonna cover like Halloween decorations. There are tons of fall recipes. And I also made videos for every single Harry Potter movie. They're like little treats and snacks that you can eat while you have Harry Potter movie parties, which is something that I do with my family every single October. We watch all the movies, like we watch 2 of them a week. Oh, and then also I want to show you guys my Inktober drawings as I make them along the way. So each week I'll do a little recap of what I drew for Inktober. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of the upcoming fall videos, and let's get into these recipes. You guys, I freaking love Harry Potter so much. I wanted to really start strong with making some really fun treats that were inspired by the first movie. As you'll notice in the upper corner of the screen, I've listed like a little difficulty level for each recipe. So it'll tell you if it's easy, medium, or hard recipe. I just did this to kind of give you guys a ballpark idea of how difficult or time consuming the recipe was for me. That might be very different for you, but I just wanted to add that to give you guys a suggestion of how long it might take you to create a certain treat. The first treat we're gonna make today is chocolate frogs. I feel like these are so iconic. Like every time I think about Harry Potter, I always think about chocolate frogs, and they're so cute. So let's jump right into the recipe. Just like that frog was jumping out the window. Oh, so funny. Okay, so first thing you're gonna need is a chocolate frog mold. I just borrowed this one from a friend. So I took a little bit of peanut butter and this fondue skewer and put it on the eyes and all of the dots on the frog so that I could tell that the inside would be filled with peanut butter. Then I put salt into the last 2 molds because I'm gonna fill it with salted caramel. So then you're gonna need some chocolate chips and go ahead and melt them in the microwave at 30-second intervals until it's smooth. The first 2 frogs I made completely chocolate, and just make sure to smooth them down well on the edges. And then I moved on to the second frogs and just filled them halfway for the peanut butter ones and the caramel ones as well. As you can see, it goes just about halfway in the mold so that there's still room for the filling on the inside. So I filled the middle 2 with a teaspoon of peanut butter, and then I got these coconut milk caramels from the store. These are so good. I got the sea salt flavor, and I went ahead and pressed these into the center of the last frog so that they would be caramel filled. I thought that this would be a little bit more fun than just making a bunch of plain chocolate frogs. I wanted to have, you know, a little bit something extra in the middle of them. Then I went ahead and filled the rest of the frogs up with the rest of the chocolate, made sure that the peanut butter was covered really well as the caramel, and just made sure that the caramel wasn't like sticking up out of the chocolate frogs at all. And then I just took time to smooth down the edges and make sure it was completely filling the mold. And then I let them sit in the fridge for about 4 hours. After the frogs solidified, I got them out of the fridge, and then I took the mold and kind of twisted it in my hands to loosen them and put them on a little tray. And this is how they turned out. I think they ended up being so cute. I really liked how they ended up turning out. The caramel ones were definitely my favorite, but I really liked the peanut butter ones as well. They were just a little bit more squishy in the middle. But overall, I think these frogs turned out really cute, and they are definitely a Harry Potter movie staple for me. The next recipe that I created is a really simple recipe for pumpkin juice. It's super easy to make and it is delicious, and it reminds me so much of the first movie, of them being in the Great Hall and having their feast with pumpkin juice, and I love it so much. To make this recipe, you need 2 cups of apple cider, half a cup of peach juice, half a cup of pear juice, 1/3 a cup of pumpkin puree, and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, nutmeg, ginger, and cinnamon. Add these all to a blender and blend until well combined. After everything's blended together, I served this pumpkin juice cold, and I was a little bit risky and wanted to fill it literally to the very top of the glass. Sometimes I can't handle myself. Then I topped mine with some cinnamon as well as some cinnamon sticks for a little extra flair, and this pumpkin juice was bomb, honestly. Okay, so this next recipe is probably my favorite one in the video, to be honest. I think it's such a cool idea, and I've seen it all over Pinterest, so I of course wanted to try it out and make some sorting hat cupcakes. These cupcakes are so cute because they have a little tiny cute little sorting hat on top of them, and when you pick a cupcake at random and bite into it, there's flavored icing inside, so it sorts you into your Harry Potter house. How cool is that? Although we all know that the test on Pottermore is the real OG sorter, okay? If you have taken the test, comment your house down below. So let's get on with making these super cute, adorable, spooky, magical cupcakes. Okay, so first we're gonna start making the sorting hat topper. Before you start, make sure to refrigerate the caramels and also wash your hands so they're sparkly clean. This is the method I use to make these hats. It's kind of a series of different hand motions. So you wanna start by rolling the caramel on one end, and you roll it until it kind of forms a little bit of a point. Then you're gonna take your fingers and kind of pinch and pull upwards at the point that you formed until it becomes a smaller and more slender point. Keep working with your caramel until it looks like this. Once you're at this point, start pinching around the base of the caramel. You can also use this method and push it down on your thumb as well. Then move around the bottom in a circular manner and continue pinching and pulling outwards until your caramel kind of resembles a little witch hat. For this next part, you're going to need a really clean and sharp toothpick. For this part, we're going to be making the eyes for the sorting hat. So it's basically two motions. You press the toothpick in and down, and then in and up. Then to form the mouth, just press downwards and make kind of a sad little grumpy face, and press hard into the caramel to give the mouth more depth overall. Then to form the chin, I took the back of my fingernail and pressed it upwards towards the mouth. Then I gently pressed the bottom of the sorting hat upwards until it looked like this. Next, I finished up the top of the hat. I pinched it and twisted it until the top of the hat was really thin, and then I bent it to the right a little bit until it looked like this. Next, I made the base for the sorting hat, so I used another piece of caramel and squished it in this manner, began flattening it like a pancake, kind of in a circular motion until it was this shape. Then I just gently placed the top of the sorting hat onto the base and began to gently smush it together and rub it out until it kind of formed one overall shape. Finally, place it on a piece of wax paper so you can easily remove it later, and make sure that you chill it in the freezer while your cupcakes are baking. If you mix one 12-ounce can of soda and one store-bought cake mix together, it makes the world's easiest vegan cupcakes. Just follow the temperature and the baking time on the back of the box and you are good to go. Once your cupcakes have completely cooled, use a spoon or a cupcake core to scoop out the inside of the cupcakes. Next, if you're too lazy to make your own icing, you are in luck because most grocery store icings are actually vegan. So for this recipe, I used cream cheese icing for the filling and mixed it with food coloring. I used red for Gryffindor cupcakes, blue for Ravenclaw, yellow for Hufflepuff, and finally green for Slytherin. Once your cupcakes are filled, place the cupcake tops back onto the cupcakes and gently press it down just a bit. Then if you want to get fancy for the top, you can use an icing tip and a piping bag to nicely pipe your chocolate icing on top of the cupcakes, like so. Finally, grab your cute little sorting hats out of the freezer and gently place them on top of each of the cupcakes. These are so freaking cute because when you choose a random cupcake and bite into it, it tells you what house you've been sorted into. So cute. Alright you guys, I hope you really enjoyed the recipes in this video. I hope you go make some chocolate frogs, sip on some pumpkin juice, and find out what house you're in by biting into one of the sorting hat cupcakes. I think all these recipes are super yummy and they definitely get me into the Halloween mood. So let me know if you make these with your friends or family to watch the movies or read the books together. Feel free to check out my Instagram if you want to see more recipe or fall inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the rest of the videos that are coming your way this October. As always, I'm sending you guys so much love and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys!